I'll make a Kahoot game that uses nonsense words of just like relaxing music for the kids to listen to while they're working and stuff. We now have 5 out of 6 butterflies out. So, as you can see, still no butterflies, so we're just patiently waiting. I think they should be coming out within the next couple days. Alright, so good morning. I'm just making my rounds, checking all of our stuff here. Plants are looking really good. You have one that died. All the rest of the plants are looking really good. That one there is not looking too good. I need to fix that one. The rest look really good. I might see if I can transplant some plants from one into another. I'd hate to do that, but it's the only way we're gonna get them going, I think. So I'll come back and do that in a few minutes. And I had this idea, and I'll work on it in a little bit. I do have duty today, so you know how that always goes. I hate duty. Like, seriously, it's such a waste of my time. So anyways, so back to it. So I had this idea that I'll make a Kahoot game that uses nonsense words. I won't be able to be open to the public, I don't think. You won't have the words, so you'll have no idea, because what I'm planning to do is I can make this Kahoot game that says, like, find the word that says nom. But I'll have to say it, so like the students will have to just listen and find the word. But I think that'd be really fun. The kids love doing Kahoot, and I just don't always have the time to do it, so that'd be really fun to do. Man, I'm listening to that podcast, To Live and Die in LA. It just got super good. I'm on, I think, episode 8. Technically, so they do it in chapters, and each one has like 2 chapters. So really, I'm on number 16, I think, but I'm starting 16, but I'm really on, it's episode 8 on the podcast, because it's like 10 at this point. 10 has not come out yet. I didn't realize that it's still ongoing. So I got a notice that said it was an introduction for 10, but 10 is being postponed because since it's an ongoing case, they had new information that came along that they cannot post about. If you guys can tell, I did not plan anything. I planned everything. I didn't separate it all for this week. So I need to do that this morning too. So I'm actually going to cut this a little short, but it is Coffee Talk Monday, so you know what time that is. Cue the intro. All right, today's Coffee Talk Monday is sort of a serious Coffee Talk Monday in a way. It's all about the word gay and calling people gay. And so I have it happening in my classroom, which we've talked about, and it has gone away because of the way I handled it, I believe. But I've been hearing it a lot of times on the playground, and I see it places, and it's so funny because I had planned this post like a while back, and I've been seeing people like post about it. I'm like, it's my thing. I came up with that a while back. So, but it's about how students will call each other gay like it's a bad thing. So my whole thing is gay is not a bad word, and it shouldn't be treated as a bad word. It shouldn't be treated as a negative. It should be treated as just another thing that somebody could be. And so like when my students do it, oh, blah, blah, blah calls me gay. Okay, gay's not a bad word. That's what I tell them all the time. Gay's not a bad word. And I've talked to a few of them about it. Like, what do you know about that? I don't know. So then why are we using it? Like, if you don't use it appropriately, then don't use it. And so we've talked a lot about that in my classroom, and it has gone away. I've not heard anybody calling anybody that. No one's even told me about it. So gay is not a bad word, and it shouldn't be treated as a bad word. It should just be treated as something that somebody is. I think that we need to take away the negative spin off of it. So instead of saying, when someone says something's gay, just say it's not a bad word, and then be done with it. So that's for this time, and it will be on Instagram. You probably have already seen it. I did a post on it, Instagram. Gay is not a bad word. 3:15 and on butterfly watch, still nothing. Can you believe it? That's crazy. Still no butterflies. The teachers across the hall, two of them, one of them has 4 and one had like 4 or 5. And I'm just like, geez, it would be nice if we had some butterflies. We have nothing, so whatever that's about, I don't know. I'm figuring someone's gonna be walking my room here in a second, so just FYI. I'm gonna try to get a couple things packed up. Like, I've been cleaning off this area over here, and a lot of these binders now can get put away because I'm not really using them. My battery's gonna die in a second too. I just can't win. So, but today we did stingrays today, as you guys, I don't know if I talked about that or not, but we did stingrays. It came out, we just did the close read, and we watched a Jonathan Bird's Blue World. We watched 2 videos on stingrays, which kids loved. There was one where we went to the Cayman Islands, and like they got to like, not the kids did, but the people got to like swim with them or whatever. So they thought that was really neat. But it was like a madhouse day where the kids were just like da 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 the whole time, and I'm making them so they have to earn their Fun Friday backwards. So they have to start, they have to earn letters to get it all. And they were like, what? I'm like, it's 8 letters, you guys, come on. They got 1. Better than none now, I guess. So it was just like a rough day. It's just exhausting. And I get that, it's 4 weeks before school's out. 19 days, 1 day at a time. Hopefully they're better tomorrow. Usually Mondays are like not as crazy just because they're tired, but not today. They're like insane. Oh, our research project. Today they got their KWL chart, so they did the K they were supposed to be working on. They only got like 10 minutes to work on their group, so I'm gonna give them some more time, hopefully tomorrow. But I did give them folders, so they go in like this little bird box, I called it. So the kids were like, bird box, what? And so their folders have their animal they're working on. So, and we're just trying to work on like being able to work in groups and have a leader, and the leader's in charge, and like they're not like there to tell you what to do, but they're the ones that like, if I tell you guys to bring me, your folders or whatever, they're the ones that are getting it. They're the ones that are like in charge of making sure like you're gonna write, you're gonna do these kind of things. So we're like working on all those little skills, but there was some fighting today in the groups. I knew there was going to be. We're just gonna keep working on it, and I'm hoping that as we keep working and keep going through it, that it's gonna get better. It's gonna be rough. They're first graders that are trying to work in a group, and sometimes it works fine, sometimes they're a big old mess. So it just depends. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some of this stuff, like I said, try to get some of these things cleaned up over here so I can get that out of the way, because I'm still trying to figure out what needs to be packed up and everything. And I might pull my car up around and maybe take some boxes out to my car, but I haven't decided on that yet. So, butterfly watch day, I have no idea what day it is. No butterflies yet. I mean, like, come on. But they are getting close to coming out. So I'm thinking it's gonna be today, but we'll see. I actually think one will be coming out like soon, because you can see through the chrysalis and you can start to see its wings. So times are gonna be happening. So exciting. Checking people's plants. I did take a couple from another person's plant and plant it into ones, so that way they had some. So I don't know if that was even on my face. So they all had some. So we'll see how that goes. Because I had a couple. I had one that died, and I don't know why. This is the first year where I've had this much trouble with them, what I usually don't. Like, well, I only did it last year, but. And I cleaned out a bunch of stuff, took that at home yesterday, so that's awesome. I do need to take some of this stuff home. I have stuff that fell back there. But I don't know where to put this at. Set it up here, I guess. I do need to still get all of this stuff down here home at some point, because that stuff's all packed. And then I still have, I'm trying to see, I don't have much over here besides like bins and stuff. I have all these bins and these bins here. So I'm just watching the butterflies. And then I'm down to this cupboard right here. I'm like, it's getting way better, let me tell you. And I think I have a lot of this. Let me see if I can move the students' names really quick. I have a lot of this cleaned up. So as you can see, like most of this has been cleaned out. And I still have all this stuff to go through and clean out. But I'm still using some of it, so it's really hard to decide what needs to go and what's like what I can pack and what I can't pack. But I think once we are done with their eye station testing, and then I also still have this cabinet down here that I need to clean out. So it's kind of a hot mess going on right now, but I think overall, like, it's getting there. But there's some things that I'm still waiting to take down too, like colors back here, number line, a lot of my whiteboard stuff, just because I don't want it to be too soon and the students start to feel like, oh wow, it's coming to an end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then I also have my alphabet that I need to take down. I have all this stuff to take down. So I still have a lot to take down, but overall, we're looking pretty good. Oh, and then books. I have all of these books I need to go and get put away. So that's another one too, but it'll be all right. So at home, we have been like cleaning like crazy, making sure everything is ready, because I don't know when they're gonna come take pictures and stuff, but they need to be doing that soon, hopefully. I'm gonna text Reddy in a few minutes, see if he can get a hold of the guy. I hate to do that, but I haven't talked to him, so I have no idea who the guy is, really. But somebody gave me for Christmas a big tin of popcorn, and I still had it. So I didn't like a lot of the popcorn that was in it, but I did like the caramel corn, so I took all the caramel corn out, put it in bags, and so I'll keep it as a snack in the classroom, so I have something to snack on once in a while, like after school. Sometimes I always want something sweet after school, so that way I can have something sweet. But yeah, I like dumped out the rest of that because I was like, I'm not using that. Keeping this house clean is like, and you would think that it wouldn't be that bad because like nothing in the house anymore. And I was going to film to show you guys all of it, but my battery was dying and I was charging it, and I didn't want to switch out batteries because I have nothing to charge the batteries with because I packed that up because I'm crazy like that. So I was like waiting for my battery to charge, and so I couldn't film anything at home. So if I get time tonight, I'll try to film some of the stuff around the house, just so you guys see what's been going on at home. But we do have, like, our garage is like packed. It's completely full. We're parking out in the driveway, and we have like most of the stuff in the house has been decluttered and cleaned, and it's like looking pretty good. But I'm trying to keep it up now. So every night before I go to bed, I clean up everything, and then when I wake up in the morning, I make sure that I clean up after myself as I go, so that way it's not a big mess, just in case they call and they're like, hey, can we bring somebody by? Reddy's like, oh my god, I gotta get this stuff cleaned up. So we're trying to keep up on it, and it's hard. It's definitely different, but I really want to, it's actually gonna be a nice habit to get into, because I really like to keep doing this. So when we move to our new house, just stay up on it, because I'm gonna have some of the time now. But so anyway, so today we're gonna be working on with stingrays again. We'll do our second close read, and then they have a writing prompt they have to do. It has to do with something inside the text. And I was gonna have them watch a Magic School Bus. There's one about, I can't open up my laptop. There's one about, I want to say it's like, I can't remember, it takes a dive or something. And I think if it's the one I'm thinking of, sorry, it's about like symbiotic relationships. I think I have one of those. I know there's more ocean ones. I need to look them up though, but I can't, because as soon as I open up my laptop, want to see? You guys go away. So, because I don't have the thing anymore that brings you guys up. So, you guys are just down kind of hanging there. So I think there's a one on that. So I think if we get some time, we're gonna watch that. I'm also mixing it up, so I think I'm just gonna automatically give my students Fun Fridays now. We're gonna be done with testing on Thursday. We're gonna work really hard. I need to do another nonsense word Kahoot game, and they are public, but you'll need the packet. And unfortunately, the packet that I'm using is by Simply Kinder, but it's the old packet. It's not her new one. So she updated it. It is a freebie, but she updated it. So the words are different. Some of them are the same. Some of them are a lot of them are not. If you have the old one from her, then it does match and you can find it. I'm not sure. I guess you can just look my name up, I guess. I don't know. So I'm going to work on that here in a minute too. And then so we'll do a Kahoot game too, because I really want to try to get them to practice more of the Daily 5. I forget where I was going with this conversation. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to give out points to the teams, to each group, and at the end of the day, whoever has the most points will get to pick a lollipop. I'll give them a lollipop at the end of the day. That's my plan. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and get to work because it's now 7:20, and so I have stuff to do. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Now a 3:30. Yeah, a kid got picked up super late today. It's crazy. And so I'm supposed to be leaving now. I'm trying to think so I don't know. I didn't know where to start at. I'm just so exhausted. These kids are exhausting. And I'm trying to embrace the crazy as best as I can. But it's just constant blah, 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 blah. But we changed it up today, so I did table points this time. Instead of doing the Fun Friday thing, I'm just going to give it to them on Fridays because we only have 3 of them left. Or 4. Well, technically we have 3 actual instruction days, and then Friday is our last. The 4th Friday is an early release day and everything, so we'll just plan something else for that day. But so we only have 3 of them left. We have our iStation testing on Thursday, so I'm not really too concerned with them getting a little bit of extra fun stuff, just kind of keep things going. So I changed it up a little bit and I did table points. So I said, whoever gets the highest amount of points is going to get a lollipop at the end. Well, I guess they kind of thought maybe I just was they tried, but it just was a big old mess the whole day. So the team table 5 is the one that earned the most points today. So, and they did get quite a bit of points. I think they got 12 points, which is actually pretty good out of 13. So still good, but I don't think they realized what exactly they were getting out of it. So they got lollipops, and they were like, "What? We get lollipops?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's your prize for getting it." I'm like, we can do this every day. I'll go down and buy more candy if I have to, or some other prizes. Maybe I can do pencils. I do got a thing of pencils I need to get rid of, so I'm like, I can do pencils. So they're like, "Oh my god, awesome!" So I am trying to get rid of these candies too. I have so many of these lollipops still left, so I'm trying to get rid of those too. So hey, whatever works, right? Just trying to make it through. So I think once they got that, they realized oh, I see how this works now. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have some better behavior. Tomorrow is early release, so we'll just see how that goes. But it is 3:30. I'm getting out of here. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, one more thing on Butterfly Watch. We do have 2 butterflies that have come out. Let me see if I can show them to you guys. And yeah, we have 2 that are out. So let's get some photos of those. How about that? So we currently have 3 butterflies. So we just have 3 more to go, which is super exciting, but it's gonna take a while. So I'm probably gonna need to get, I don't know, something. I was gonna say today when we go down for lunch, we have like a salad bar thing that they have fruit and stuff on it, and see if they have any oranges or anything, or some kind of citrusy fruit, like an orange that's not a lemon, or a lime. I don't know if they put those on there, but kiwis might be a good one for them to eat too. But see if there's any kind of like nice fruit that I can see if I can grab like one or two of to put inside there, because I meant to pick up an orange when I was at the store the other day. Completely forgot. But it is now Wednesday, so it is early release, which is yeah. So today we're gonna start. We just finished what did we just finish? Stingrays. So we're getting ready to start doing jellyfish, which is one of my favorite ones, is the jellyfish. I also do a lot of like the webcam things for aquariums, and so the Monterey Bay Aquarium was what I used quite often. But I found another one that's in California also. And I can't remember the name of it now. It's something California. I can't remember. I don't know the whole thing. But I just typed in Stingray Cam. And so they had a camera in their coral reef thing, and it has stingrays in it. So we watched that yesterday, whenever the time, like the kids had free time. I wish they had music or something to it, but they don't. But I do use a lot of YouTube, and I will type in ocean life, relaxing music or something, and then they'll have like relaxing videos. Like some of them are like 8 hours long, which is a little bit long, but of just like relaxing music for the kids to listen to while they're working and stuff. So it's really nice to have. So check that out if you want to. I have added one to the Ocean Life playlist that I have. So if you're doing Ocean Life, there is one that has some kind of relaxing music or something to it. And today our house is supposed to go up on MLS or something, but I checked this morning and it wasn't up yet, but maybe they have to do it manually. I don't know how this works, so we'll see. But we're still working with Telling Time. We're doing these Telling Time task cards, which I got from a website called Super Teacher Worksheets. And one of the teachers here belongs to it, so we find activities on there and she prints them for us. So this one here is a Telling Time task cards. And so there's two different ways to do it. So I think how I'm going to do it, because we have a recording sheet too, I will just show them and they'll have to find the number, and then they'll have to identify the time, and they'll write it on that number's spot. We did it one time with another one that was a task card, and I think it was partitioning shapes, and the students really liked that one. So we thought we'd give this one a try too. There is 24 of the task cards. I will mix them up so they're not all in the same order. And then some are to the hour, some are to the 30 minutes. And I did teach them this, so if you guys are interested in this little trick, when it's time to the half hour, what I teach them is we go and we make like a hook or a J from the hour hand, so they can see that it's still 9 and it's 9:30. So we always tell them that I teach them that the hook goes to the number before, the smaller number of the two. And it seemed to help. I had more students that grasped the concept a little quicker this time than normally. Time to the half hour is very crazy for students if they don't like really pay attention to when you're teaching it, because they'll do this one. It's 10:06 or 10:06. So hopefully the little hook, and we went over it. I did like a big lesson on the board, then we did a little bit of stuff on the Promethean board where we had they had a paper they had to do, and we did it together. And then I allowed them to do the last couple together, and then I still, like I said, if you want to go on and move on now, you're fine. I'm going to keep teaching to the students that are still having trouble. So I just did that. They follow along, and then I had them check all their work at the end. And then I handed out the little tiny yellow clocks, and we did, I would write a time on the board, then they would have to make it, and then I walked around and helped the ones that were needing the help still. So I'm hoping that it got a little bit better. And then when we did small groups, I didn't have a lesson for today because I purposely didn't do that. So we played a time matching game, which it was a Center's bundle that I bought for winter time or something, a couple of years ago. So I saw the game, so I pulled that out and we just played that. And so the kids had a lot of fun with that one too, which I ended up putting in their math bins. So they'll have some practice with that. But today we're going to be telling time to the half hour. Our phonics, they're going to be tracing and drawing. I haven't done this in a while. This is the jellyfish one. This one came from Michelle Arnold, I guess is how you say it. Not Arnold, Arold, A-R-O-L-D. It was, I want to say it was a freebie packet that I got about ocean life. It was like a close read ocean life freebie or something, but I can't remember now because I've had it for quite a while. But if I find it, I'll list it down below for the jellyfish. The other ones were from Kindergarten Explorer. It is now 7:23. I have duty today, stinky, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get to my day. Face is kind of shiny. It is now like 2:03, so it's like 2 o'clock basically. They're testing the fire alarms right now, so I'm so sorry, but you get to see that flashing light over there. So they are testing the fire alarms and they're like super loud. Sorry about that. We now have 5 out of 6 butterflies out. So we got a couple more. That was exciting. The kids were really excited about that. And I put a kiwi in there, but they don't seem to be that interested in the kiwi. So I guess butterflies don't eat kiwis. They finally got back to us about like our contract. We signed our contract on Thursday or Friday last week, and we hadn't heard anything, so we didn't know what was happening. And they just sent us a thing. Sorry, it's probably super loud. I'm so sorry. They just sent us we just finally got a notice from them that said they're gonna come and take pictures, and they're thinking that we should list our house a little higher than we were originally going to list it for, which I don't think is crazy, but everyone else I talked to said, I agree, I think you guys are gonna list your house a little too low. Weird, I don't know. So, there's that. Today we worked on our research project, which we had some issues, kids were fighting, but I went to the groups and like I kind of went around and monitored and asked questions and like what's happening, what's going on, so that way we can kind of figure out like why they were fighting. It's so weird. But you know, they're first graders trying to work in a group and it's just a big mess. 2 of the groups work really well. Actually, I had almost 3 groups that worked really, really well. I had one group that wanted to play a little bit, but I got them back on track. Then the one group fought a lot. And so I just asked them like, what's going on? And so we just kind of discussed, and the leader was like, well, he was doing this and I didn't realize he was doing this. And then he was like, the other student was like, well, he was doing this and I didn't realize, and I was like, well, it sounds like a big miscommunication. Like you guys just didn't have all the information. So you were just blaming people for stuff instead of having all the information. So they're like, oh, okay. Oh, it stopped. And so it's a rough ride. Let me tell you that. It's a rough ride. But I'm gonna try to get some work done. It's kind of nice because I did all my copies and everything for the rest of the year. We only have 17 days of school left. Insane. I don't think one of the butterflies came out very well. He has kind of a messed up wing. So let me show you guys. Hey. Just a second. Okay. Something came up when Christy, my BFF, came up and when I was vlogging about the butterfly with the messed up wing. I've got one like that before. I had one happen, so I'm not sure what, like, if it's something that we do as people or if it's just, you know, life. But I wanted to share with you guys because we have our I-Station test tomorrow. So I wanted to share with you guys, 4th grade is mentoring us, and not mentoring, motivating, that was what I was looking for, motivating us for our test tomorrow. So they made these posters outside in the hallway, which are super cute and they're really nice. I'll see if I can get footage of them. Then they dropped off these things today, or earlier. Man, they're really cute. This says, you're meant to rock this test, and they give them a little peppermint. So look at that. And then they gave us this one here. It says, blow the top off the test, and it has bubble gum. So thought that was cute. Thought I would share that with you guys. And Chrissy just walked in again. So. So I have just spent my time working on some stuff for the research project that we're doing. So I was trying to find something that the kids could use to like glue onto their posters, which I need to go get poster board, I guess, somewhere. But they won't be doing that until next week, so I'll probably go this weekend. I've been trying to like find things that they can use that they can write on, so they're not like trying to create their own things. Because I've been looking at a lot of like projects that littler kids have done for these kind of things. So what I did was I created these little templates they'll use, so they can cut them out and they can write inside of them. So like what they eat, their habitat, what they look like, the size, and then I also put fun facts, so any fun facts they might have about the animal. And so I did that, so each group will get a set of those that they'll work on. I also have a life cycle of the animal that they'll be doing, and I figured they can create like their own illustration and then do a diagram off of that, labeling the parts of the animal. So that's my goal, and then they can create. Then that way they can decorate any way they want. And what I did was I created a Pinterest board called Project-Based Learning, I think it was, which is not entirely what this is about, but it is part of it. So I kind of have been including things to it. So I'll show them a whole bunch on the board just so they can get ideas of what is expected of them. So that's where we're going with this right now. So I just got all these done. So I think we'll start working on those next week. So this week here, they're still trying to get their facts. And it is Thursday tomorrow, so they're not going to have as much time left in this week. So they'll start working on next week, getting all of these pieces put together and getting their project put together. And then the following week, they'll be sharing with the class. I'm getting ready to go home, so I am going to close out for this time. So I hope you like what you saw. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on all of my social media that's listed down below. And until next time, please don't forget to always be you. Bye.